Bobby fell ill at home on the 12th of August 2007. Instantly, me and Craig knew that there was something, terribly wrong. It wasn't like Bobby to be screaming and hot and rashy. So we got him down to our local doctors, which then sent us to the A&E department at Doncaster, which then we ended up on a ward. I asked for tests for meningitis, he said no. I asked for the medication for meningitis, it just wouldn't help us at all. I got that desperate, I ran out onto the corridor and grabbed some random doctor and I said, please, you've got to help my son. The doctor came in and took one look at him and said, yes, he's very poorly, called a Sheffield team and then started treatment on him. But sadly it was far too late. They couldn't get lines in and he passed away the following morning at 6:50.
It was hard to lose Bobby. It's a member of the family. He's never coming back again. It's just really hard. You can't imagine how. Well, you don't know how you feel, to be honest.
Somebody said to me, what we're going to do about the funeral, and it was like something clicked in my head. And I said, no, I'm not happy, they did this, I did my job as a parent, they didn't do their job. And within days I was at a solicitor's in Doncaster.
Solicitors just weren't interested, they did nothing for us, they wasted a year trying to get legal aid.
And that's when somebody said, look, there's a solicitors in Manchester that are absolutely fantastic, called Pannone, give them a call, so I did. Straight away, we were seeing results. Our solicitor Helen, we couldn't have wished for a better solicitor. She went beyond to try and make sure that things didn't upset us and we didn't have to go through things over and over again and be too emotional and things with it.
Speaking to Helen, it was like talking to a friend, like we'd known her years. They were very sympathetic to the case. I think there's part of somebody in Pannone's that's been affected in a similar way, so they just completely felt with us, and they just tried to do everything that they could possibly do in their power to help us.
She fully understood that it wasn't about the money for us, we just wanted justice, and she made everything, she explained what we could and couldn't get and made everything go smoothly for us. She didn't want us to have to go through court because of the emotional aspect of it, and she tried her best, and I think it upset her as much as it upset us when it come down to the fact that we had to go to court.
The court case was split down into 3 sections, and our barrister and our solicitor just blitzed every section of it. We had expert evidence from Dr. Conway, and all throughout the case he was sat there with us at the side of me and Jane, just passing notes through, just helping out in the case as well. It was thanks to him as well that we won the case.
In the work that we do, the client relationship is everything really. Every family or person that comes to us has an individual case, individual concerns, and we have to make sure that we look at them as a person and not a case. And you need to build up that trust between the family and you as a solicitor, bearing in mind that they have obviously been let down by other professionals before, which is why they've come to you in the first place. And it's actually one of the most rewarding parts of the job, is to be able to build up that trust with somebody who, because of what's happened to them, has lost a lot of trust in professionals. And at the end of the day, when you feel that you've done a good job for them, it's one of the most rewarding things you can do.
Pannone Solicitors have got us through this.
I'd recommend them to everybody. There's not another solicitor's firm I'd ever use. We wouldn't have got this far. I don't think emotionally, and I would have been able to do it without them. I always knew Helen was on the other side of the phone, and she always kept us fighting. And the day we've won the trial, to see this, the happiness of the solicitors, not that we were just that name on that paper or their wage packet, they was, I think Helen was jumping up and down outside court, she was so happy for us.
They were just absolutely brilliant. I couldn't have asked for a better solicitors, to be honest.
what any parent would obviously want in those circumstances is to turn back time to have their child back, and that's something that obviously we can't offer. But what I hope we can do for families, and have done for Jane and Craig, is to give them answers to the questions that they've had for so long, and also to, certainly in Jane and Craig's case, I think they feel vindicated that they did everything that they could for Bobby, and they were very badly let down by professionals, and they've known that all along, but to hear a judge say that to them, I think has meant a great deal to them.